following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star in Frisco. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, and Shannon Gross.
Victory Monday!
Victory!
It feels so good.
Victory!
All you haters that thought the Cowboys were going to crap the bed in Philly, wrong. Wrong. All you people that wanted Coach Garrett Linehan out of here, you got to wait at least another 2 weeks. Wrong. Man, hell of a game.
Hell of a game back and forth.
It was actually that was the first fun game to watch this year.
Yes.
That was so good. Hey, Mickey.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm on my feet. I think as long as I keep moving and doing things, I'll be okay.
You'll be okay.
Yeah.
That's why you stopped?
Those two, yeah, actually, I was thinking, okay, if I can go in there and just do a little talking, I won't fall asleep.
Yeah.
I'm like 2.5 hours of sleep.
So you should feel honored. Like, we've had my man Mr. Eagleton on. We've had Broadus on. And you're on with us now. You should feel honored to be on an award-winning show.
They called me in. I couldn't believe it. I was going to eat.
Kurt's out. He had a family deal he had to take care of. So Mickey was walking.
His kid got he says his kid is sick. I hope he's all right.
Yeah.
But I heard an Eagle fan beat him up.
There was enough fights to go around in the stands.
Yes, it was.
And on the field before the game.
Y'all tell me about that.
Were you down there, Mickey?
I was not. When I looked up, that things had already broken out.
I wanted to put a uniform on and run through the wall.
Yeah, they say Chris Rashad had a handful of somebody.
He was in the middle.
He was in the middle of it, yelling and screaming at somebody.
And I tell you who was instigating a lot of it that surprised me, Byron Jones.
For real?
Yeah, he was bouncing around, and he'd get in there, and he'd pop back out of the circle, and he'd run around and yell at
Using
somebody
all
else.
his athletic ability not to get hit.
Oh, yeah.
So that was kind of close to where you were standing in the bench area, right?
Yeah. It started off, usually the teams kind of split the field, and one team does their drills on one side, and one team does the other. Well, the Cowboys had started doing some drills kind of over there. I guess that's where their DBs usually go and do their touch-up drills or whatever. And, they moved into the area where the Cowboys kind of were standing, and then the Cowboys didn't want to leave, and then more Cowboys came over, and then I guess Coach got in there.
And they went to circling the wagon.
My
God.
Then the officials had to come in and break it up.
So now what you saw up in the stands, Mick?
Oh, there was a fight right in front of us. There was a fight across behind the Cowboy bench about 20 rows up. Big old dude. Bigger than you.
Right.
And he had his Emmitt Smith jersey on.
Oh, my God.
And his lady had an Emmitt Smith jersey on. and they were trying to get him out of there. And he was, I don't know if he was arguing, if he was stubborn. I wasn't sure what the deal was. And on the way up, he was giving everybody this. The arm was waving. It's unbelievable. That's the only place I think I've seen in sports where a fight breaks out in the crowd and these people land punches. They don't mess around.
Oh, they don't mess around.
No, they throw punches and they hit each other.
Now the name of this field is Lincoln Financial.
Lincoln Financial.
Okay, I call it the Lank. So I know how to pronounce it, okay? But it's the Lank. The Lank was jamming.
The Lank?
Not the Link, the Lank.
The Lank.
Yeah.
Look here. Hey, man. Hey, let me say this right here, man. And shit, I've been laughing all night. I went home, and my wife, once again, she was asleep. So that was great. But no, the reason I said it was great because she had a hard time sleeping.
Okay.
So, but she was sleeping easier because the Cowboys win. Because she's one of them frantic fans, too. But, man, all I'm thinking about, 26 for 39 or 26 for 36, 270 yards or 40 yards, TD, no interceptions, 150 yards rushing, 7.9 average, couple of TDs. I'm just thinking about all this stuff, and I'm like, boy, it's going to be some upset people driving tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Because you're keeping the head coach and the offensive coordinator.
Come on, Jason. Let's keep going. Let's keep going,
Isn't that sad?
400 total yards.
Yeah, I'm
Well, you should have known from the coin toss. Well, when W walked out on the field,
Right.
you should have been like, game over. Cowboys winning this game.
Yeah.
And then when they deferred the kickoff and they passed on first down, you should have known it was going to be a different night.
Yeah, and he got sacked.
I knew it,
Right.
but you know what? I knew it was going to be a different night when they threw a swing pass out to Zeke. You know, the dude came up and tackled him, but that was just a little something to give you something to think about. Oh, boy, if they start throwing this ball out here on a regular basis, you know, can I make every tackle? I mean, then when Cooper did his little move and got hit, I mean, now Zeke missed some throws, but I don't care. I think, Mick, and that's when I brought you in here, I think as he began to trust his offensive line better, as he began to trust his receivers better, he will become a better quarterback. And I believe that.
Speaking of offensive line, have you heard an update on Zach?
What he said last night, and he just aggravated the knee that's been bothering him, and they just brought him in. They tightened up the brace that he had on there originally and taped it up a little tighter, and he went back out there. And boy, when he walked off, I was sitting there going, okay, Ciafilo's here.
Redmond will
Joe
be here.
Looney is here, and now some guy named Redmond is here who hadn't played but 6 snaps all year, and that was in mop-up duty against Jacksonville.
But you know what?
Against that front, going to have problems.
But you know,
They hung in there.
I only thought that for a second because you know what I thought? I say, I'm thinking, boy, I hope hey, man, the dude there I saw, what's the dude name right there?
Kerry?
I saw him crying secretly.
Because the Eagles lost?
Because the Eagles lost, yeah. But anyway, I believed, I say, you know what? Hudson Hawk is here, and more importantly, Colombo is here.
Yeah.
And I just think that their toughness and the way they drive the guys, that out of all the positions, and Mick, you've been around long enough and seen enough practices, out of all the positions, you can take off the pads, you can do this and you can do that, but the one group that has to continue to grind from the opening of training camp to the close of the season's offensive line, you have to continue to grind. You know, you may not like your offensive line. Like, I wasn't a big fan of Hudson Hawk. I wasn't a big fan of Tony Wise because they always was grinding. You know, when you look back, that's what it took. You have to continue to grind. You have to continue to get better because you're a direct link to everything offensively. You the engine drive to everything offensively. It's rare that you have a quarterback, it ain't but 5 or 6 of them in the league that can overcome a bad offensive line. It ain't but 5 or 6 of them. And all them guys 30-plus years old.
Mm-hmm. What did you guys see from offensive line? I know they gave up some sacks, but
they gave up 4, but they you can contribute to other things. I think only one where they just kind of got a guy quickly, and but
right.
And that was that's the first sack and the first snap and the first sack of the second half.
The bootleg.
Yeah, I'm like, woo.
Good morning.
This when I found out that Dak is 6'4", 230 pounds, but that has nothing to do when you go against the guys at 6'4", 270 pounds that run about a 4.8, 40 coming right into you unseen. He almost took him out of his shoes.
Somebody asked him to get the wind knocked out of him, and he goes, no. It was like got the daylights knocked out of me.
Wow. Man.
What did you think about the offensive line, Mick?
I thought it was better. Nate mentioned the 4 sacks. He also got hit 10 times.
He did, but the difference is for some reason it just didn't look as bad.
Well, the running game, I think, made the difference, right?
Yeah.
Because they were able to do enough in that running game. And, Ciafiello, for a guy that hadn't played all year, I thought he did a decent job.
He held his ground.
They had some trouble with the stunts and the twists. But getting down the field, he would get to the second level. I thought Tyron Smith might have had his best game. They were running left, and there were some gaping holes there.
Fullback did a good job the 1 or 2 times.
Yes,
I saw.
and on the touchdown,
Yeah.
he got the last block. Zach got the first guy, kicked him out, and Zeke kind of sidestepped the guy, and then he got the last block on the goal line. So, I thought it was improved. Now, why? Because that's supposed to be the best front, right? They're going to play big guys.
Especially run defense.
Well, you know what about their run defense, though, Nate, that I figured out? The average defenses in the NFL going in this week's games, defense were facing 213 runs a game for the season. I mean, as a team. Philadelphia, they only faced 150 runs.
Wow.
So they were like 80 runs behind the average. So I don't know if they were so good and people just gave up, or people just didn't try hard enough.
Well, check their record. It's, I think, something to do with their schedule, too. They didn't play. It wasn't like they was playing.
Anybody that could run.
Yeah.
Now, the last three of the last 4 opponents against them have run for more than 120 yards.
Right.
So I thought that was a hollow statistic, and the Cowboys sort of proved it because they ran right up and down the field. And, and it wasn't like they gave Zeke 100 carries. It was 19 carries.
Yes.
So it was very efficient.
7.9 average.
Yeah. And it helps when you can jump to the sky to get around people.
Man.
You know what, man?
Wow.
I'm going to tell you something.
I'm going to tell you something.
Zeke
that dude
still ain't. We ain't seen that burst yet, though. I ain't seen
You
that.
still think he looks a little off?
Yeah, I still, he's just pure. He's smooth. He's pure at what he does. But, man, I'm just waiting for him to just go that 60, man. I don't know.
He was going. He didn't hit the landing.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been maybe the best play ever if he would have.
It was like a
stayed on his
7.9 landing,
but
not
you
a
know
10.
what, though, man? Man, I'm going to tell you something.
I'm just glad.
I knew I was going to hear all these butts today. Oh, they looked good, but you know what, man? I don't want to hear it, bro.
You don't want to hear about nobody's butt today?
You keep your butts. This team went out and played. Now, what we have to do as a team is to decide what we saw 2 weeks ago versus what we saw just this last week. Which guy, and I'm talking about each individual guy, got to look at himself and say, which guy do I want to be? Mm-hmm. Which guy I'm going to push to be? And for the first time, after a buzzword, because this past week buzzword was, I'm pissed off. Thank you. You came out and took care of the buzzword. And I knew why. Each guy had his own idea why he was mad about what happened the week before. They took care of it. They played hard. I think they went into a nice offense. Our defense went into a nice offense. Heath came up and made a hell of a play. Play before that, Van Der Rich. Okay. And I'll say this, on our air, you know what? Let him play. Mm-hmm. Just let him play.
No matter what happens.
Yeah, no matter what happens, whoever, let him play.
Is he the MVP of this team so far?
He's leading them in tackles, and he's starting to look a little bit, and I ain't trying to get ahead of it, but Sean Leish, where he diagnoses things, I think he sees them.
I think he looked Van Der Ricious.
Van Der Ricious.
My buddy calls
I like
him,
that.
Yeah, for real.
My buddy calls him Vander Smash.
Yeah, that too, bro. That too, Vander Smash, baby.
Because on that play that Nate was talking about, it's 3rd and 2.
Yes.
Or 3rd and that
Two?
was 3rd and 1, maybe.
3rd and 1 or 3rd and 2,
whatever.
yeah.
And they throw that screen, and they had the blockers out there.
Is that in the fourth quarter?
Yeah. At the 2 minute. It was at the 2 minute.
He had 2 blocks, man. He was on it.
And then he said, he goes, I figured they were going to run the ball or they were going to throw a screen. He goes, and I was leaning towards the screen because they had done a pretty good job blocking up the middle. And he goes, so I was kind of counting on that. And he goes, when I saw it develop, he went and
let me tell you something.
Knifed through there. And
you can see in his eyes, though, that when he realizes that you don't have to play with a lineman, that you just can go make the tackle, it's going to be ugly. Because he still wanted to kind of engage that tackle. And that, you know what I'm saying? But his athletic ability, he was still able to get that arm on him. But when he realized, like Sean Lee, that you know what, I ain't just gonna run over this running back.
It's
you know
like
what
I'm
saying?
6'4", and
Yeah.
and that, even the interception, he just kind of dropped into the right spot. I was just telling the guys when I did my hit that somebody said, well, Wentz didn't see him. I said, how could you miss him? He's 6'4". He's pretty big.
You know what? I don't care whether Wentz saw him or not. We wind up with the interception. see,
A turnover, a takeaway.
Like Coach Johnson tell us, hey fellas, look at the film, diagnose what you did wrong, but please enjoy this victory because this is what we want to be hungry for. This is what we want to be hungry for. To enjoy these guys was playing yesterday, and it was give and take. And they were having fun. They were having fun for the first time. They were having fun. Jacksonville was a give-up. I don't care what nobody say. Jacksonville looked up and said, man, wow, really? They gave it up.
And the Cowboys still giving it up.
This team they played yesterday believe that they are still Super Bowl champs. Mm-hmm. And they going to fight. And don't be shocked if Carson Wentz and he pull his group together and they go on a little run. Don't be shocked.
Anytime you can go, anytime you can win a game, 2, on the road, 3, against a division rival, and 4, in that environment, because those fans were fired up at the beginning of that game. They took them out of that game. There's nothing better as a Cowboys fan than to be in that stadium in the fourth quarter and you can hear them calling the plays on the field.
Yeah. Geno's cheesesteak. They showed that during the game. Geno's cheesesteak. We got your cheesesteak, bro. We chopping you up. Yeah.
Mickey, what was the biggest surprise of that game for you, offense or defense?
Biggest surprise. I don't know if the surprise was on defense. The biggest surprise was, maybe it wasn't a surprise, it was kind of a worry, if I can rephrase it, that the game started off just like Tennessee, leaving points on the field. They kicked those field goals, right? It's like, I got to have touchdowns. I don't want to see this again. You got 6 points. You make one mistake, you're losing 7-6. And they were able to kind of just hang in there. Maybe the surprise is that Brett Maher is struggling with his field goals. He's missed 3. He's missed 3 of the last 5, and he had missed 2 in a row going into the game. So I don't know if that's a concern or not. But he's pushing the ball to the right, and he doesn't ever need to be on that right hash because then that spells disaster. So maybe that was the surprise. I mean, we've seen it from Van Der Esch. Everybody said this was his coming out. Okay, I saw, he made a big tackle. He had an interception, but he's led the team with 13, 14 tackles before. We've seen that. We've seen it out of Jalen Smith.
What, though? But you know what? Whenever you can add a takeaway. Yeah,
I guess that makes sense.
And it was his takeaway. It ain't like he picked up a fumble.
Right.
He got this interception. He fell back. And like I said, I'm with you. I don't know if it was a coming out party, but that's what people notice when you get that ball in your hands and make plays. I tell people they 1-0. They 1-0. But before Thanksgiving, I'm looking at they right now they 1-1. They got a chance to be 2-1 before Thanksgiving because we came out of the break, out of the bye week, with 3 games before Thanksgiving. We lost 1, we won 1, we got another one against Atlanta.
Yeah.
So how you gonna look at it? Because this is where it really get the crunch time. Because after Thanksgiving, no more mistakes. No more mistakes. And we 1-1 right now. You can look at it as we 1-0 to make a run.
Maybe the biggest surprise was that despite the injuries on the offensive line, they hung in there.
Yeah. With
guys that hadn't played. I mean, Ciafillo hadn't played. He hadn't even been active. Redmond, the 6 plays I talked about, and Looney's hanging in there, and they just kind of hung in there.
He hung in there more. Yesterday, he more than just hung in there. I saw a few blocks where he made some nice reach blocks.
Yeah. But I'm going to go back to what you said, and the guy said it. Coach Colombo.
Yeah, he's different. He's different. Okay, what did he do to you? Okay, this is how you combat it. And then, but the bottom line is you gonna fight. Is you gonna compete every snap. If a guy's better than you, you come out, you work your technique, but at the end of the day, you got to be willing to punch him in his mouth. You got to be willing to go at him, to get his focus on you. And then you may get beat to death, drug, and whatever, skint up a little bit, but your quarterback and your running back will be all right.
Yeah. Was there anything that was a surprise to you, Nate? That game?
Nah, because even when the president went down, I was like, okay. And I'm believing in two guys. I'm believing in Colombo and I'm believing in Hudson Hawk that they going to prepare them. Now, sometimes you just ain't physically able. Like our left guard, draft pick, he just ain't physically strong enough right now. But his feet is good. They're going to teach him how to use his hands better. Let's see after a year. Let's see what he does next year. Let's see as he can compete now, because if this young man that took his place yesterday play another good game, it's going to be hard for them to say, okay, you out, he in. It's going to be hard for them to do that. Mm-hmm. So now that's some competition that we didn't even look for. Now if our guy is who we think he is, he's going to be fighting like a bear trying to get his job back. So that's going to make the whole team better.
And the thing about him is, you think when he was coming out, the word on him was, he's got a little nasty streak in him.
Yeah.
And he'll play to after the whistle.
Right.
He doesn't, and I didn't see him be that nasty. And maybe when he gets back and you get these new guys, the coaches, and it's like, yeah, get nasty out there. Get back to what you did in college.
Tell me this. Do you really like to hit people?
Don't be dancing bears up there.
Yeah, but the thing is, sometime when you come into this league, you have to learn. And once he get his confidence up, he'll be that guy. He'll go right back. You know what I'm saying? Once he get his confidence up, a lot of guys don't want to. A lot of guys don't want to believe what confidence means to an athlete and to anybody who's doing the job. If you don't believe in who you are, if you got doubts of what you're doing, and especially you have no success in what you're doing, you be like, you start to doubt yourself. It takes a strong mind. And yesterday the Cowboys had a strong mind, because even though we started raggedy, we ran, we did what we had to do, and as the game was winding down, where we usually falter at, let it get 2 minutes. Oh, something going to happen. Cowboys going to falter. We didn't falter yesterday.
Jason pointed that out, too, what you just said. He kept using the term mental toughness.
Yeah.
Because it didn't always go their way, but they responded, right? It's not going to be perfect. Those other guys are good.
Right.
And I'll tell you another guy that's gaining confidence week by week is Xavier Woods. He had 3 pass breakups. He's seeing things.
Oh, man. He missed a tackle early in the game. I'm like, wow. But he came back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jeff Heath, and then,
and then Heath had a 51-yard bomb on him, then came up and brought thunder to Zach Ertz.
Right.
Brought thunder, bro.
See, when they fell in trouble, I thought the most is when they started playing zone. Because Heath didn't have that guy all the way down the field. He needed to pick him up when the guy was in full stride. And nobody bumped him off the line of scrimmage. Same thing on the touchdown to Zach Ertz.
Right.
Damian Wilson's lined up on him.
Straight over his head,
and he doesn't bump the guy. He's got to reroute him so the safeties have an opportunity to get in. And he missed him. He just missed him. And then he said, I better run after him. And it's like, that you ain't going to catch him from that close. You know what's
so funny? Is Bill Belichick say, okay, we know Zach Ertz is 80% of this passing offense.
Yes.
He tell his man, he said, you know what? Your sack don't count. Your sack don't count if we give up a touchdown to Zach Ertz and you were standing right over him and then make sure you didn't knock him back a yard. Because 9 times out of 10, you getting the sack to make up for this touchdown that this kid got on you.
I mean, what did he end up with? Like 14 catches? Who did they think they was going to throw to? And I thought Jeff Heath was doing a nice job on him when he was playing him in man, but there was too many times they zoned him.
Oh man, they zone read him Oh, they showed it on TV.
Right.
Where they zone where was caught in a bind. Jalen, they caught him 3 times like that, where he either had to come up and get on the runner, and you could see your boy looking right at him. as soon as Jalen comes sprinting up there, he pull it out, whop, right behind.
14 catches for 145 yards.
It was so funny, man. I think that's one time. Chris, was it Chris
Collinsworth?
There's one time that him and Al sounded good doing something against the Cowboys. Chris, my homeboy, man. I'd be like, come on, Chris.
Well, you got your Eagles green on today, so.
Yeah. Still went up in the lank and spanked him.
And short sleeves when it's 38 degrees.
Oh, because I don't mess around. I get out my car, run in the house. I get out of my car and I run in here. I ain't gonna sit there and freeze to death trying to put everything on. I tell my wife, I'm like, okay, I look at my wife. I'm standing in the store looking at her. It's warm in the store. She say, baby, you don't have any sleeves on. I said, by the time you got out of the car, stood up for 5 minutes to make sure you looked good with yours on, you could have froze to death.
Mick, you hanging out? You going to eat? What you going to do?
I'm kind of hungry right
now.
All
right, we'll let you go eat.
Actually, I need to finish my column, so I can get it up. That's right. And if you're still going when I finish, I might come back.
All right.
Thank you,
We'll
Mickey.
take that, Nate. Appreciate you stopping by, man. Nate, let's take a quick break.
Yes, sir.
We'll get to some phone calls.
When
we come back on Hanging with the Boys.
Nope.
A man's Stetson doesn't just protect him from life's elements. It projects an unstoppable and legendary spirit, just like the men wearing silver and navy on the field every Sunday. Since 1865, Stetson hats are American-made with pride right here in Texas. They are still the official crown of all self-respecting Cowboys. And Stetson is proud to be on the field with America's team. Find Stetson hats in the Pro Shop or at Stetson.com today.
Want to use what the pros use? How about the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black? Right now, you can get the Jack Black Playmaker, a curated collection of Cowboys locker room favorites for just $10 with free shipping. The Playmaker includes 4 Jack Black skincare favorites, plus a full-sized Intense Therapy lip balm and a Cowboys can cooler. Go to getjackblack.com/Cowboys and use the code word Cowboys. The Jack Black Playmaker, $10, free shipping.
Star Sports Tours is the only official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, offering exclusive game weekend travel packages with sideline access and photo ops with current players, alumni, and cheerleaders. That's not all, though. You'll get to talk X's and O's with Senior Director of Player Personnel Will McClay, and of course with yours truly, me, Brian Broaddus. You can trust the official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, and with us, you'll travel like a pro. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today.
While a player could look good on paper, it's when he's out on the field that you really find out what he's made of. That's why the Cowboys rely on more than just stats and scouting reports when building their team. When picking a tractor, it's why you should rely on more than just specs and features. You've got to take it out and put it to the test. The Cowboys did when they named John Deere their official tractor. Experience one for yourself. Visit myjohndeeredealer.com/football.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
All right, 3rd and 2 at the 30. Wentz in the gun, looking left, looking right, screen right, and a tackle is made by Van Der Esch behind the line at the 35 on Clement, and it's 4th down and 5.
Wow, what a play, because if Van Der Esch doesn't make this, it's man, the screen's out there, he's got a man blocking him off the screen. The Cowboys, Brad, come with a blitz. Jalen Smith coming up the middle. So if he does not make this tackle, there's trouble ahead.
Leighton Van Der Esch. Man.
Jeff Heath.
The GOAT. Jeff Heath. Leighton Van Der Esch, 16 solo tackles.
Interception.
His first interception as a pro athlete.
Well, that's a wolf hunter. He went and got it.
Wolf hunter.
He's
Van Der
a
Smash.
stalker.
Vander Smash. Here in Cowboys country, we always ride with our boys, but when it comes to your underwear, you definitely don't want them riding up on your boys.
Like Van Der Esch.
That's why we always wear Tommy John, the revolutionary brand of underwear with stay-put waistbands that keep everything in place. Tommy John, no adjustment needed. Shop exclusive Cowboys underwear at TommyJohn.com/Cowboys for 20% off your first order. That's TommyJohn.com/Cowboys.
And buy your wife some. It's come Christmas time. Get your wife a few.
That's right. They have some for the female persuasion.
Yeah, man.
They have undershirts. I wore my undershirt last week.
The female one?
No.
You just said a female persuasion, and then you said I just bought one and I wore it.
Wore mine. No,
you wore a male one, right?
Yeah, the male one.
Okay, all right.
They gave me that one.
Okay, all right.
Hey, Douglas, you got a cut? You want to play?
Yeah, which one you want to hear?
Either one.
Okay, well, as we know, going into the game, the Cowboys' backs were against the wall, and Dak talked about that after the win last night.
Our backs were against the wall. With the team we have, we weren't, as you saw tonight, we were throwing punches and we weren't covering up. We were coming out fighting, and it happened early. Missed a third down. Coach Garrett goes for it on fourth down. We were just at him the whole time. So we're not going to stop. Regardless of the record, we're moving forward. We've got a great team, as I've always said. With the character of this team, when we're down 2 games, it wasn't over for us. We knew the people we have, the team we have, and we're just steady moving forward in everything that we do.
I liked it. It felt like a difference in the air. We talked about the little altercation before the game, and it kind of spilled over into the game. And
all during the week, the mantra of "we are mad." I ain't gonna keep saying the other word. We mad. We upset.
Yep. And yeah. They deferred the kickoff and came out passing and started running. Didn't work out real well.
Let me tell you something. He was right when he said that they threw punches and wasn't covering up. Because that sack he took to open the game.
He got blasted.
That was like Roberto Duran and Sugar Ray just going straight at it, baby.
Man. But it just felt kind of different. The play calling and the demeanor or whatever. I hope that carries over going forward, and maybe they figured out, okay, what we've been doing hasn't been working. Things have got to change, and it looked like they mixed it up a little bit more last night than what they've been doing. So
I'm like, what? Give me some, man. Why that?
Let's just hope we go into Atlanta with that same mentality.
Don't do that, man. Don't do that.
We're not talking about Atlanta yet. We're enjoying today.
I'm just saying, man. You saying it. But you saying it like you ain't trusting what you saying.
Show me again.
Baby.
Show me. That's what I always say.
Here we go. 1-0. Dallas Cowboys.
You know what we're heading to right now?
Going to the big ATL to tear it down.
We're heading to
Atlanta.
8. We're heading to 8-8 again.
Atlanta's gonna be burnt.
We're heading to an 8.
Atlanta's gonna be burnt down. Yes, sir.
We're heading to an 8-8 record.
Do we have any callers? This dude is not sure. Do we have any callers?
Yes,
Douglas?
we have Greg in Columbus. If he didn't hang up on us, Greg.
Come on, Greg.
Hey, guys, we're going to the Super Bowl.
Yes, we are.
Greg.
Yes, we are.
Let's go.
Hey, how about that Chris Richard? I saw a little glimpse of Woody Hayes in there.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yes, sir. Thanks for holding on.
Yeah. Nate's partner last night, right after the game, right after these kids left their guts out on that field, he comes on the show and says, well, you think Zeke lost a step? I'm like, I had to say, wow. That was just something. But, we're building a little building blocks. You don't want to peak too early. I think that's what we're doing. I think everybody's getting used to a Cooper. And even I got to give Mama Hearns an apology. Her son can stay. And the sky's the limit with these young kids.
And that's what I was telling the guy earlier. I did talk to some people, and I said, this is what Amari Cooper does, is he brings out the best in all the receivers by him doing what he does. Mm-hmm. See, a lot of times, everybody be like, hey, man, we finna run 100-yard dash. We putting our best out there. But if all your best is tortoises, you ain't going to win too many races. But when you finally put that fast rabbit out there, now the tortoise has got something to work towards, baby. That's what it's all about.
2 by committee is much better than the whole unit by committee.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Nate, what do you think about the left guard last night?
He played nice. He held up against one of what I think is one of the top 2 or 3 defensive tackles in the game, man, and Fletcher Cox. And I enjoyed it, man. They just – as Mickey said, they still gave up a few plays here and there, but overall, man, these guys strained. Like Coach John said, they strained, brother. They strained and they play hard, and I'm with you, man.
I love our general manager, Will McClay.
Yeah. But you know what? Let's just see where this thing go next week, man. We go down there and burn down Atlanta.
Thanks for the call, Greg. Appreciate it.
We're going to burn down Atlanta.
Man, I tell you what, I hope so. I hope we get on a little roll here.
Hey, I
hope we get on a roll.
Ain't you got a call you need to be on? Me and Doug can finish this show.
No, I'm here. I'm in it. I'm in it.
You sure? Because you keep saying, this is how you doing me, Douglas. Yeah, man, I really think. Come on, man. We got another caller, man. Come on, man.
I don't want to get too high.
I'm high as I can get.
I don't want to get
high
too
as
low.
I can get legally.
I'm just saying.
High as I can get legally.
I'm just saying, show it to me again. Let's go. Let's get above 8-8. Show me we can do that. Let's go. I'm ready. I want it to happen, Nate. I want it to happen. But I also don't want my heart ripped out and thrown on the concrete.
I ain't going for your heart. I don't care about your heart. I'm caring about them Cowboys. Let's go.
All right. Ray in New Orleans. No jazz music for you today, Ray.
What's up, Ray?
What's up, baby? What's up?
What's up?
Look, I'm gliding. I'm gliding through this week. Feet ain't even hitting the ground. I'm going to enjoy this win all week long. I never seen us being able to run the football this way with them big old Willie Mountains they got in the front line. And we've struggled against every
team that has
this year. I couldn't believe it, man. I couldn't believe what I was watching. But having said all that, we needed to make some plays in the passing game. We did that. Our field goal kicker, man. What's happening with that? How you guys feel about that right now?
He's got a sports psychologist that he's gonna call. Things gonna be all right, brother. Things gonna be all right.
We heard that on our show when we interviewed him.
Yeah, Brett Maher.
1 week at a time. We're 4-5. But at least we lived to fight another day.
We 1-0. Don't worry about that. What is in the past. We 1-0.
And I poured concrete the other day, Nate.
Yeah,
Came
you
out
did.
beautiful, baby.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did,
I'm gonna
man.
let you guys go. I just wanted to check in.
You fought through adversity. Fought through adversity. Did the concrete right. You see how them Cowboys turned out on a great foundation.
And you were the best version of yourself.
That's right.
I'm geeked up. Now we cannot go out and lay an egg.
Don't worry about that. Don't even think that way. Come on, you listening to Shannon. Don't even worry about that.
Thank you, Ray.
Thank you, Ray.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good day.
All
yes,
right, brother.
sir.
Appreciate the call.
See, you come on, Shannon.
What?
You got. What? You got my callers calling in saying, yeah. For 90 seconds, I got them going, and then the last 10 seconds, because
they watch this team, Nate. They know what can happen. And had we all said nobody expected us to win Philly or Atlanta, and all of us internally were going, they're going to win one of those games. They're going to win one of them. So you know what that means?
Love roller coaster, y'all. Come on, Q. What's up, baby?
Jersey City, what's up?
Hey, what's up, fellas?
What's up?
All right. Happy we got a win.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
But,
ain't no buts.
Okay.
You happy we got a win.
But.
No buts.
I'm analyzing, Nate, we analyzing the team. We happy about the win.
Okay.
I always wanted us to shake the lineup. When you're a bad team and you're struggling, you got to shake something up.
That's right.
I felt like they was trying to force the young boy in there since training camp.
That left guard?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
When they give us access, that's basically the worst thing you could do is give us access to training camp because we're seeing stuff.
Yes, we are.
And I seen number 60 was much more stout than 52.
Yeah, he wide in. He got a wide in, yeah.
Yes, he was much more stout. So from the rip from training camp, I always wanted to see him in there with the number ones. But you seen the difference immediately in the stoutness in the line when the backup was in there. But good win. Dak, if we don't turn the ball over, we always have a chance. That's the problem. Turnovers and playing like you always say.
All right, well, okay, that's it. You going to be a little negative?
Oh
no,
Nate, you just ran Nate off. Nate's leaving.
Yeah.
Nate's leaving. Q.
Oh, okay.
He just left you. I don't know where he
We
went.
played better, but I'm with you, Shannon. Show me. I don't want to get all high and mighty and then get my heart ripped out again.
I hear you, man. Let's take it 1 week at a time. Let's see what happens.
My concern is when we play zone, we're not smart in our zones defensively. What you think about that? Because, like Nate said, we knew the strength was with the tight ends, and we just didn't scheme. We didn't have no schemes or no traps for the tight ends. I just wasn't getting that.
Yeah, but you got to think. You got to think who we were playing too. These were some really solid tight ends and a quarterback that utilizes his tight ends as well. So I can't hate on them because they stood up, they held together at the end of the game. Unlike last week when they got tired and ran out of gas,
right? They
did what they needed to do at the end of the game. So
And then another thing I noticed, we ran the screen more than one time. It's a screen play.
Yo, baby.
Where'd you go?
Yo, baby.
I'm still talking to Q.
Q, what's up, baby?
It's a screenplay we always run, and it seems like when we run it, it's always a big game or a touchdown, and it seems like we don't want to run it. Like, we'll run a play, and it'll work, and we won't run it again. Nate, back in the day, we only had a couple of plays.
That's
and
right.
Shove it down your throat.
That's right.
That's
now,
not this team, though.
We have a couple of plays that work, and I won't see them for 2 or 3 games later.
Yeah, but you like how we swung that ball out the backfield to Zeke a couple of times? I mean, they tackling, but that let them know that's just another piece to the pie, baby. Well, I'm excited, man.
I was loving the way we mixed it up with Zeke.
Yeah, me too. Thank you. Thanks for the call.
Thanks for the call, baby.
Hey, breaking news, Douglas. This is probably going to hit you hard.
Okay.
Stan Lee just passed away at 95.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
You talking about the great Marvel?
Yeah. The creator of the Marvel Comics.
Because he created the Hulk, bro.
Yeah.
That's my favorite one, the Hulk.
Yep.
Yeah, Kurt's department's going to
all the Avengers
not be happy about that. All the graphic artists.
Yep, man.
Stan Lee, baby. Man. 21 gun salute.
Yeah.
Oops.
So no more cameos in the movie.
I know.
Yeah, man.
Man. Well, let's take a quick break.
Especially in Guardians of the Galaxies where he was talking to that young lady. And the raccoon called him a creep.
Let's take a quick break. When we come back, play some more audio for us, Douglas.
I can do that.
All right, on Hanging with the Boys.
You're like me and you love... I mean, if you have a thing, then cutting the cord is scary. But then I found out I could switch to DirecTV Now and still get the live sports I love. No satellite needed, no bulky hardware, no annual contract, just...
Get the live sports you love. Try DirecTV Now for $10 a month for 3 months. Visit DirecTVNow.com. DirecTV Now. More for your thing. That's our thing. Use code REALDEAL. Limited time. Price for a little package. After 3 months, renews monthly at full price. Currently minimum $40 unless canceled. Prices may change. New subscribers only. Cancel anytime. Content varies by package and may be limited. Restrictions apply.
It's time for tailgating with the OtterBox boys.
OtterBox? The overprotected phone case company?
Yep, and they've got an essential tool for your next tailgate party. The bear-resistant Venture Cooler.
Now, wait. In all my tailgating days, I've never seen bears tackling brats on the blacktop.
And you never will, because a Venture Cooler with a locking kit is basically bear repellent.
Can't wait to try it out at my next tailgate.
That's been Tailgating with the OtterBox boys. Visit OtterBox.com to learn more about their certified bear-resistant Venture Coolers.
Want to use what the pros use? How about the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black? Right now, you can get the Jack Black Playmaker, a curated collection of Cowboys locker room favorites for just $10 with free shipping. The Playmaker includes 4 Jack Black skincare favorites, plus a full-sized Intense Therapy lip balm and a Cowboys can cooler. Go to getjackblack.com/Cowboys and use the code word Cowboys. The Jack Black Playmaker, $10, free shipping.
Now's a good time to tell you that SeatGeek is the new source of tickets for all your football needs this season. SeatGeek makes managing tickets easy, whether it's buying or transferring to a friend. They even tell you the best deals for every game based on their deal score technology, which rates every seat on historical data, price, and location. Download the SeatGeek app on your phone and take $20 off your first purchase using code Dallas at checkout. SeatGeek. Life's an event. We have the tickets.
A man's Stetson doesn't just protect him from life's elements. It projects an unstoppable and legendary spirit, just like the men wearing silver and navy on the field every Sunday. Since 1865, Stetson hats are American-made with pride right here in Texas. They are still the official crown of all self-respecting Cowboys. And Stetson is proud to be on the field with America's team. Find Stetson hats in the Pro Shop or at Stetson.com today.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Tie game, fourth quarter. This is big boy stuff. Snap back. Fake the end around. Rolling right. Throws to Elliott at the 5. Walk that dog. In for the touchdown. 7-yard touchdown pass to Elliott.
Walk that dog. Guess who's coming to the Star in Frisco?
Who is that?
Santa Claus is coming to town.
Who?
Santa Claus is coming to town.
Merry Christmas to you.
Santa Claus, man. Book an appointment to have your photo taken with Santa in his Dallas Cowboys cottage located inside Fans United at the Star, November 19th through December 24th. Visit the Star in Frisco.com from details to book your appointment today. Which date?
19th is my dad and mom.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, well, happy early birthday to those guys.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's go to the phone.
Do it.
Jerry, I met your buddy that's the cop in Philly yesterday.
Yeah. He told me he messed around with you a little bit with security.
Yeah, I walk in and I'm still struggling. My birthday was Saturday night, so I didn't get out of bed till like 1 on Sunday.
Right.
And then I'm still trying to get my
Happy birthday. Happy
All right. It's over, but thanks.
Happy birthday to you.
And I walk into trying to get my legs under me. I walk into where the dog sniffs your bag, and you lay your bags down. The bomb dog's there before you get on the bus. Lay my bags down. As soon as I walk in, Cable, our head of security, goes, "That's Shannon Gross right there." And then your buddy goes, "Oh, that's him." And I was like, "Oh, man, what's going on?"
Together.
And then he let me off the hook a little early. He just told me,
He told me that the team had invited him in for a meal, and I was like, I told him I knew you, and next thing I know, I get a text from him explaining what he did. I was laughing, man. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, pretty funny. What'd you think about the game, man?
Well, Nate, you will be happy to know I got nothing but love for the boys today, man. I was excited, particularly about one thing. The evolution of the defense, man. It was seeing those defensive back make plays, and in particular, the play at Jeff Heath. That, like, over the last year and a half or so, I think he's finally kind of coming into his own. And that tackle he made on Ertz, he wouldn't let him hit the ground until he put him 3 yards back behind the first down marker. I thought that was the play of the game for me.
The one before when Leighton did what he did too. To get it to that point. Yeah, those are 2 big bang plays, man. And next time you try to, deal with my coworker, man, I'm gonna have to serve you when I see you. So, okay.
I wanted it to go on longer, but he said he let him off the hook a little bit early.
He did. Yeah, we're gonna let you off the hook this time too.
I look forward to it.
But we excited that we won the game.
That's right.
Hey, you know what? Now I'm changing. Next time y'all get him in that position, put him in handcuffs.
Whoa,
because he ain't a believer. He ain't a believer yet.
Whoa.
He ain't a believer.
I wanted the dog to assault him a little bit, but he pulled him down early.
Yeah, he ain't a believer, man. I'm telling you, man.
Not yet. Show me. I want to. I'm excited. I mean,
how many games we got to win? 8?
Yeah, well,
come on now. Come on.
Nate, you know what? This is the first time in forever. I told you before, I grew up in Philly. I actually was able to go to bed at a reasonable hour without my phone blowing up, and I didn't have 50 memes coming across my text messages when I woke up.
There you go. Well, appreciate the call, Jerry. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you, brother.
I tell you what, he's right, man. This defense can win you games. All you got to do, hang on to the football. Don't turn it over.
34 minutes and possession time for our offense.
And put up over 21 points, 23 points. You score 24 points, 27 points with this defense, you're going to win a lot of games.
Thank you, man. Thank you. And just have, and have belief within the organization that we can do this.
Preach!
Okay, you.
Preach,
I'm talking to you.
oh, you talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't work with the rest of them dudes. They ain't award-winning like Shannon. Come on, man.
Oh, Marcus in Virginia. What's up, man?
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
Wonderful. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited about the win. I'm excited about the boys. One thing I just wanted to point out with everybody with that, everybody needs to understand this guy's in his third year. Russell Wilson in his third year. You know, they got everybody around him. We gotta build this team around him to help him out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody just can't get down on the guy, man. I think he's good. I think he's going to be all right for us.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I want to believe. I think what happened, man. So Marcus, I think he is I don't know if anybody hates him, but the doubt was created by him because he was so good his rookie year. Like no rookie ever had a year like that, and I think that raised the expectation, and that was like that became his floor instead of his ceiling.
He had a veteran Pro Bowl season,
right, in his rookie year.
Yeah,
and then
but that rookie season.
But is not a word we're using today, sir.
Huh?
But is not a word we're using today. Okay. So rephrase.
We're not going to use but.
Okay.
The rookie season, his rookie season, that team was built around. It was for Romo though.
Yes.
So I mean, you know, and then what happened? What made everybody else talked about the offensive line too. Our offensive line hasn't been the same ever since we let Ron Leary go.
Hey,
we've been chasing that guy.
Yes, sir.
We've been chasing that guy. For everybody says, well, they ain't been the same in 17 and 18. Well, what's the difference there? He ain't got Ron Leary.
There it is.
Yeah, he ain't got Ron Leary. So we've been chasing that ghost right there. I mean, they need to give the guy some time. And when I say that, I'm talking about that. I mean, you know, he's not going to be the most accurate guy right now because he's a rookie. I mean, coming. It takes some time for a quarterback, and it takes some time for a wide receiver to actually get into their own. To read a defense in 3 seconds, that just doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen overnight.
For certain quarterbacks, you're right, sir. Sir, you're all right.
Thanks for the call, Marcus. Appreciate it.
Man, I'm just telling you now. I'm just telling you, man.
Well, he's going to be your quarterback because your owner already told you that he was getting extended, so you get to see him more.
But see, one thing we have to forgive the owner because he has the right to change his mind.
Yes, he does.
So we got to forgive him.
And he didn't say how long he was going to extend it.
Right.
Hey, do you have that clip on Zach before we get out of here? I do.
So, yeah, we saw Zack Martin go out of the game.
I tell you what, I was worried, man. That did not look good. He was down for a while.
When I saw the replay, I was okay.
Yeah,
because they didn't trap that leg. They hit it and he kicked it out. So they didn't trap it. No,
I didn't see the replay.
And I said, they didn't trap it. He's gonna be all right.
Yeah. So Dak, he talked about Zack Martin in the post game and how he went out. He saw him go up the tunnel. The next thing he knows, he's back in the huddle.
Yeah, he's a warrior. Simple as that. He's a warrior. He's the best player on our team, and when he goes out like that, it hurts. When you lose a player like that, but then when he just shows back up in the huddle. You're not surprised, and I just kind of told him that right there. You're a warrior. Told him that in the middle of the huddle, and he went out and had a great game after coming back.
He's a warrior. I didn't expect to see him back, and then Christy told me on the sideline. She was like, "Sounds like they're trying to tape his knee up, and bring him back." I was like, "Oh, okay. Is that a song?
Come out and play." Yeah.
Is that a song, or are you just making that?
That's
up?
a movie, The Warriors. Trying to get back to Coney Island.
I am the warrior.
Not that. Oh. Not that. Lord Jesus. Play. Anybody else called in?
We don't have time. We got to go.
Go well.
I got to go host this game show.
Oh man, I'm gonna do me another 30 minutes, man.
I got to go host this game show.
I'm doing this for the fans, man. You gonna hang with me, Douglas?
I'm here as long as you're here, Nate.
All right, we finna get out of here.
Oh wow. What'd you say? Okay, we're going.
Yeah.
I get to go hang out with Dak and Zeke and as they call.
That's right. You got to play a game you gonna play?
Yeah, supermarket sweeps.
Okay.
I get to be a game show host, as they called him in Philly on the first couple of drives. Jaylon Smith.
Wow.
Yeah. Jaylon. I kind of like that. instead of Jalen?
I don't care what you call him. He gets to the ball.
Just keep playing like he's playing?
Yeah,
man. Who would have thought 2 years ago that we'd be talking about Jeff Heath as one of the strongest secondary guys on this team, right?
He made a big hit.
Man. All right, Douglas, thanks for doing what you do, man. Kurt, get your butt back up here so we can play some old audio. Nate, thanks for bringing it.
Man, we had some fun. Thanks to fans today.
Yeah,
man.
Thanks
Callers,
fans. Thank Mickey for just walking by and jumping in here with us. Kent, thanks for doing what you do. Everybody else, thanks for doing what you do. We will be back.
Hangin'!
Yes, with the boys tomorrow at 12:30.
And then this has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!